Have you ever walked into a room and felt invisible, like your glow got lost on the way in? I know that ache. The mirrors say you're lovely, but eyes slide past you as if you're air. Tonight, come closer. I have a secret. Not a scandal, darling. Something softer. A smile. Not the big, polite one you've been taught to wear like a badge. A smile that chooses when to appear, how much to reveal, and exactly who it's for. A smile that turns the room toward you. You know me as a picture in a silver frame, but that girl had doubts too. I learned to let my smile do more than flash teeth. I learned to make it whisper, wait, and land like a kiss on the air. Ready? Sit with me. Lean in. I'm going to show you 3 smiles that changed everything for me. They're small, but they ripple. The first is the asymmetric smile. It's the secret curve. Picture this. You're at the edge of a conversation, your shoulders turned slightly, chin tilted a breath to one side. Instead of lifting both corners of your mouth, you let one corner rise first, just a little. Not smug, not sneer. A quiet hint, like you're smiling at something no one else has heard yet. It makes people curious. It says, I have a private joke, and maybe it could include you. I used it the first time a director talked over me. He was loud, waving his arms, painting me with words I never asked for. I didn't fight. I didn't freeze. I simply let the quiet curl touch one side of my mouth. I looked at him as if I knew something he didn't. He caught it, paused, and asked, What are you thinking? See? The door opened. Your smile can open doors that your voice doesn't have to force. Why does it work? Because a perfect smile can feel like a billboard. Big, flat, finished. An asymmetric smile feels alive. It promises there's more coming. Remember, mystery isn't silence. It's sequence. Now, the second smile. The delayed bloom. Most people smile too fast. They're so eager to please that they give away all their light at once. Try this instead. Let someone see you neutral for a second. Just one heartbeat. Let your eyes find theirs. Breathe in. Then let your mouth soften into a smile that arrives a moment late, like a spotlight turning on. 1 Mississippi, then glow. I used it on a red carpet once, when flashes were hungry and I felt small inside my own gown. If I had smiled immediately, I would have felt like a product on a shelf. Instead, I paused. Let them look. Then I let the smile arrive like a secret blooming. The cameras leaned toward me as if they could feel the timing. You think you need to rush to be liked. You don't. You need to be choiceful. A delayed smile says, I choose this moment. I choose you. Third, the private smile. This one is intimate, and it doesn't need anyone else. Look slightly away, your shoulder, your wrist, the lip of your glass, and smile to that. A small, real one. Then glance back with the trace of it still on your face. It turns your smile into a story. Something started inside you, and the person near you gets the afterglow. It's the difference between, please, like me, and I like my own company, and you'd like it too. I learned this in a diner at 2 in the morning, hands wrapped around a chipped mug, mascara smudged, hair pinned and rebellious. A man across the booth said, Give us a smile. I didn't. I looked down, and the steam curled up like a slow ribbon, and I smiled to the steam. When I looked up, he went quiet. Not because I obeyed, but because I didn't. The private smile is a boundary wrapped in velvet. It says, I'm not a switch you get to flip. I'm a candle I decide to light. Do you feel the rhythm? Asymmetric. Delayed. Private. 3 little keys for 3 different doors. Practice them. But practice them like music, not math. Timing, tone, breath. Let's talk about breath, because your smile lives there. Before you smile, exhale. Just a flutter. Your chest softens, your throat opens, your eyes gloss in that human way. Smiling on a held breath looks stiff. Smiling on a released breath looks like relief. People love relief. It's why a room relaxes when you do. And your eyes, darling. Don't force them. Let them be slower than your mouth. Imagine you're smiling with your lower lashes first. That's how warmth travels. It's not an eye trick. It's a feeling. Think of a tiny memory, sun on your shoulder, the smell of a book, the way you felt when someone tucked a strand of hair behind your ear. Your eyes will know what to do. Now, the practical glamour, because ritual matters. A smile is a costume change, and a costume deserves its ritual. Before you leave the house, trace your lip line not to make them bigger, but to sharpen edges where color tends to blur. Powder the corners lightly, so your smile doesn't bleed into shadows. A touch of sheen at the bow of your upper lip, just a fingertip, so the light knows where to kiss you. Press your lips once to tissue, then breathe across them. That little breath sets everything, and it becomes part of how you carry your mouth for the next hour. No one sees the ritual. Everyone feels the result. And your teeth? They don't need to be perfect. Imperfections can be charming if the intention is immaculate. Tilt your chin slightly upward when you smile so light hits the front of your teeth, not the bottom edges. That's all. You're not auditioning for a toothpaste ad. You're inviting a mood. Here's the confession part. I didn't always like my smile. I thought it made me look silly, or too eager, or too bright when I felt dark. But confidence isn't what you have. It's what you practice. I practiced in mirrors like they were friends, not staring, not judging, listening. How does my mouth look when I'm calm? How does it look when I'm telling a secret? Which of my smiles feels like home? Choose one that you can slip into without thinking, and the world will see you as steady even when you're not. In love, your smile can be a door or a lock. The asymmetric smile teases. The delayed bloom claims the moment. The private smile protects it. Use them the way you use perfume. Different notes for different rooms. When you greet someone you adore, don't show all your teeth. Show a memory. When you say goodnight, let the smile arrive after their name. That's how you lace your presence into their thoughts. It's not manipulation. It's poetry. Here's another little scene. A dinner with too many candles, talk too loud, laughter sitting heavy on crystal. I was tired. I wanted quiet. Instead of faking a bright grin, I let the private smile live on my spoon. I smiled there, softly, then raised my eyes and softened them too. The man across from me lowered his voice. The whole table changed temperature. Your smile can be a thermostat. You don't force the room, you set it. Your posture matters too. A smile on hunched shoulders looks like a plea. A smile on lengthened collarbones looks like an offering. Think of a string lifting your sternum, not your chin, your sternum. It creates space for breath, and your smile lands on a stage instead of a staircase. And if you're nervous, give your smile a job. Tell it. You are here to make one person feel safe. Then point it where it belongs. Purpose calms the fidgets. Purpose makes your mouth honest. Which of these smiles will you try first? The asymmetric hint, the delayed bloom, or the private, just-for-you smile? Tell me in the comments. I want to hear your story. And if this stirred something in you, tap like and subscribe. Come back, and we'll unwrap another secret together. Let's move into boundaries, because a smile can also say no without slamming a door. If someone pushes past your comfort, keep the smile, but drain the wattage. Hold eye contact a second longer than usual, then let the smile fall only halfway. It becomes the velvet no, soft on the outside, firm underneath. The message is, I'm still gracious, but I'm not moving. People hear it, even if they can't explain why. At work, your smile can draw focus instead of chasing it. When you speak, don't smile on your first word. Place your sentence, and then at the end, let a small smile close it like a ribbon. It tells the room you own your full stop. It turns your ideas into gifts rather than pleas. I learned this on sets where everyone shouted and the loudest voice got lost. The quiet smile on the period made people listen for the next line. And in quiet moments with someone you love, use the smile that matches your message. If you want to deepen intimacy, smile at their hands as they talk. Then look up and let that smile travel to your eyes. It says, I am listening to the small things. If you want to spark heat, hold back your smile until they lean closer. Then give them the shortest one. The flash that disappears before they can label it. Desire loves unfinished sentences. Let's talk about recovery. We all have days when our face feels like a mask that doesn't fit. When you're tired, when you're bruised, when your heart is a glass you're carrying too full. Don't force a performance. Do the private smile for yourself. At your reflection. At your coffee. At your pillow. The smile you give your life when no one is watching becomes the one the world believes when they are. A trick for those days. Smile with your voice first. Say hello in a warmer register, as if your mouth is already curved. Then let the curve catch up. People will hear the smile before they see it, and that buys you the second you need to mean it. You might ask, aren't smiles just looks? But everything that matters lives in small muscles. The way you cradle your cup, the way you move your lashes, the way you breathe when you're about to laugh. Those are the quiet superpowers of women who don't chase attention but call it. A smile is the ring on that hand. Let's stitch it all together. Picture yourself arriving somewhere tonight. Not rushing, not apologizing for the space you occupy. You open the door and give the room nothing for one heartbeat. Then the delayed bloom, aimed at no one, available to everyone. You walk in your own rhythm. You take a seat and catch someone's eye. The asymmetric smile, quick and private, like the curl of smoke. You look away and give the private smile to your glass. When you look back, there it is. The attention you didn't beg for, arriving like a tide. This is the Monroe effect. Not a costume, a cadence. If you want to practice without pressure, try this at the grocery store. Choose one aisle. Give the delayed bloom to the tomatoes. Try the asymmetric smile to the row of mirrors in the freezer door, just to see how it sits on your face. Save the private smile for the receipt you tuck into your bag. By the time you reach the street, your mouth will remember what your mind forgets. You were never invisible. You were just mistimed. Remember, beauty isn't the headline. It's the editing. You don't need more of anything. You need less, but placed. Less grin, more glow. Less rush, more rhythm. Your smile is an instrument, not a fire alarm. You are the one who decides when to play it, and if anyone tells you to smile, you can. But because you want to. Or you can look at your wrist, smile there, and let the silence say everything. Your power doesn't need permission, it needs practice. Before we part, take your mirror and try this with me. Exhale. Let your shoulders drop an inch. Let one corner rise. Stop. Count one. Now let the whole smile bloom. Stop. Look away, smile to your shoulder. Return. That's it. That tiny sequence is a conversation, and you didn't use a single word. You're allowed to be soft. You're allowed to be strong. You're allowed to be both in the same breath. It's not a contradiction. It's a magnet. Tonight, wear your smile like silk. Not tight, not loud, just the slip of it along your skin. And when you feel eyes find you, and they will, remember, you didn't win them. You invited them. That is feminine power. Go practice. And when you catch your reflection later, give yourself the version of your smile you save for the people you love. Because you are one of them. That's the secret I learned far too late. The world sees you the way you learn to see yourself. Let your smile teach it. I'll be here, waiting with more quiet tricks stitched in glamour and light. But for tonight, that's enough. One mouth, 3 moves. A room that finally turns toward you. Good night, darling.